Good evening and welcome to the Pizza Roundtable, part of the I Need Pizza Club network, where we talk about the pizza news and general going on in the pizza industry. I am one of your three hosts this evening, Jim Mumford, joined by the legendary Anna Crucitt and the always on point Will Dumas. Friends, hello, good evening. It's been a couple weeks. How have we been?
Yeah, doing great. Just right in the middle of busy season with gelato and with pizza. And like honestly, it's busy because it picks up with gelato, but the pizza element of it is like our college staff is like not in town right now.
Hmm.
So we get a 3% reprieve in that regard. But it's
Uh,
going really
yeah,
well.
I mean that's kind of business is better than no business. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah,
I'd
it's
have to
going well.
recall my MBA, but I think that's true. Yeah.
It's a fair assessment, Jim.
I think. Will, how are you? Any pizza adventures going on lately?
No, man, I'm doing good though. No pizza fun as of lately, unfortunately.
Yeah, sounds like you've had a little bit of life to get in the way of the pizza
No,
fun, but
unfortunately,
we're gonna have some pizza fun here for the next half hour, which I very much am looking forward to. So
Can before we start, can we ask what's the like flavor of the month here for gelato? Since like
yeah, it's
gelato
very
season's
important.
on, like where are we at? What are we making?
Oh, I made some watermelon sorbetto today. I don't know, chocolate sorbetto. I would say we just kind of run through the gambit. Peach is new for me. Peach is such a hard flavor to make. I have a recipe that it's kind of like it could be better, and I
Oh,
had to like make it better about 2 weeks ago so that I could just like
there you
really
go.
feel good about myself. But
Peach
yeah,
is hard because of the pectins or because of the sugar content. Too high sugar.
it's a lot of sugar. It's a lot of sugar. And it's funny because when you eat fruit, you're like, it doesn't actually taste like a whole lot. I mean, in the right season it does, but when it tastes like something wonderful, it's like from the peel, and also it's really sweet. So then you're adding sugar to it to kind of like lower the scooping temperature, and so that's not icy, but then adding the sugar to it. It's just like very complicated. Watermelon's the same too. It's like every batch of watermelon you make tastes different, which just drives me absolutely crazy. And like
Because of
one
the
year we
water
didn't make
content
any
and
because it was so bad. Every batch I made, it was just like, this tastes like the rind. Like it's gross, but get what you get.
Who would have
interesting.
known how much science you love, right? You
Yeah.
use pizza science,
Oh my
you
gosh.
use gelato science, right? Look at
And there's
this.
no carryover between the two.
Right.
No, I didn't actually even know that I knew any of the gelato science. Like it was never, I just like learned through osmosis. I knew from what my parents would say when something was like crumbly, how I would adjust it, or if something came out of the machine and then it like separated from the sugar, like you knew that, and I would know if something tasted like not well, like it was just wasn't
Right.
going in the right direction, just pitch it and start over. Like there are things that I learned from them, but
Yeah.
here
Science.
we are.
Chemical engineering, gelato making, same thing. Just you can eat one many times, you can eat one once. So all right. Yeah, I think over here, general pizza parties, nothing too crazy. Will, I was in your neck of the woods last week. I forgot to call. Sorry, I was a little bit on a whirlwind tour, but I was in Raleigh, so next time
Okay,
I'm
close. You were
close-ish.
close, but
Close-ish. In the
I'm not
same state.
upset. I'm not
Right.
upset. It would have been a hike. I'll say
It
that.
will, yeah, it would have been a hike, but very good. Well, we have 6 very wildly different articles. We're going to start with the first one because I think this is the kind of the big pizza news of the kind of the week. Nope, not Toy Story 5. Yum Brands is selling Pizza Hut. So get your info wherever you want. This is CNBC. But Yum Brands is selling Pizza Hut for an absolute just eye-turning amount. We're in the 1.2 to 1.5 billion depending on how you want to look at it. So obviously, right, doesn't impact a lot of what we're doing here, but I guess my note, and I'm going to throw it to Anna, but pizza is still important, right? As much as we maybe want to pick on fast casuals and say it's waning, that's 1.5 billion with a B for a brand that is, I mean, every week we talk about it shrinking. So, I mean, just pizza is still relevant, right?
100%.
Yeah.
It's just like you said, like my eyes were like out of my head when I saw $1 billion.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big company. That's a big business for what, just like you said, we're all like, when are they going to pick up the crumbs here? Like, they got
Right.
to put
Right.
themselves back together. Like, I feel like I'm together and I'm not worth 1.2 billion. So,
I mean, worth
yeah,
every penny, but
but I do think that I'm curious what the buyer is planning to do with
yeah,
the
from
brand.
all I can see, they are looking to grow, right? They are, looking to,
Yeah.
not totally just, I would say, drive in the ground or divest it, right?
Right.
And we covered last time, I believe, right? They're bringing back the old school Pizza Huts, right? Which I know we all love. So they're definitely going to take it a new direction. We'll see. I'm sure we'll cover this many times over, but obviously, the big pizza news 1.2, 1.5 billion, depending on again what side you're on.
That
That's
was
that's a
so
lot.
so impressive that my husband even sent me that
Yeah,
article.
everyone sent it to me.
He was like, "Did you see this?" A few days ago.
Like
I was like, "No, I
freaking
I didn't." But I do think that the retro element of businesses and brands in general circling back is big. Even like we talked about with Chuck E. Cheese and, just like our childhood brands are coming back around.
You know what, Anna, you get the segue points of the
Oh,
show because you are absolutely correct. That the old school, retro's coming back. So if I may, San Monica Daily Press, a TMNT Pizzeria brings Ninja Turtle themed Dying the Third Street Promenade. That right there is all you need to see. And I will just
so
point out
good.
this yellow and black here is straight out of the video game, right? Straight out of the NES game. It's a nice little detail that only nerds like me would pick up. So, we're, certainly out west, former home of Johnny's New York Pizzeria, ribbon cutting this week. Um, I, I love it. So, Will, I think you're an old school bro like me, but this
Yeah.
would be a week one stop, right?
Absolutely. This looks great, man.
Yeah,
But I think everyone would love it. You don't even have to like know the turtles. I mean, you're gonna like get into it.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see
yeah.
what the pizza looks like. That's what I'm.
The pizza looks absolutely fire.
Looks
You can
good.
see over here, the slice shop. Your kind of your classic. I call this like a
Okay.
Manhattan style, right? The flop slice. They got the old school figurines. They got the stickers. But listen, these are real deal ovens, right? This isn't a gimmick kind of place. They're cooking on the big pizza masters. They're doing it absolutely right. And I don't know. I think we're gonna need some merch all around for this one.
I was wondering what the pies were gonna look like in general. Was it gonna be gimmicky kind of pizza, like, you know what I mean, for it? But these
Yeah.
look like this looks like a New York slice shop kind of thing, but with the restaurant kind of component to the back. I love that different kind of vibe to it when there's like,
Yeah,
like pizza window in the front, you can kind of grab a quick slice, but then maybe you could take it to the back and sit down
That's
like in
great.
that kind of themed area, which is cool.
yeah.
I
So
dig
yeah,
that.
so yeah, these are slices, right? You zoom in. That looks like
Yeah.
a
These
very
look good,
proper
dude.
slice.
Right.
That's not a gimmicky slice. I love it. I don't know, just I like seeing that they're cooking on the real gear, right? These aren't
Right.
reheated pies. Like this is a pizza shop that happens to be turtles themed, not the other way around.
How do they own the rights or not own the rights, but how do they have the rights to do that? Like what kind of permission did they get to move that forward?
I'm interested in that as
Well,
well, of what that licensing looks like for this. Jim,
I,
jump.
I can answer that in the article.
Okay.
So it's in partnership with Paramount. So they're doing others in Monterrey, Mexico, Sao Paulo,
Okay.
and so
Okay.
Paramount is very much pushing that, and it
I
seems that
was
they
gonna say
chose
there
this
is
pizzeria.
no way you just get away with doing that. Like,
No,
you can't just
no,
open a
especially with the
Toy
merch,
Story themed not with merch, exactly, not with,
right?
like, the logo and all of that out on the front. I was like, "That's pretty bold as to be a business model without permission."
Yeah, so I had that same thought too, and I was reading it. So yeah, definitely part of Paramount. They're pushing, an animated series. It's kind of a whole vibe they're going for. Looks like there's a movie coming out. So you're right. You're just not going to put a Pizza Planet out there and just hope for the best because you'll upset someone's lawyers real quick. So
Hey Jim, before you skip,
yeah,
can you focus in on one thing, man? I think is interesting. Can you go back to the picture of the slices in the front for one sec? And I want to get
Absolutely.
both of your takes on these because I think sometimes people see these and I think there's like an element to it of like, how do I think about this? So if you scroll down, I'm noticing these screens for these pies. It
Mhm.
looks like that people are using. I'm interested in both of your thoughts on kind of use of screens and how do people think about them? Do we think of it as like bad quality in terms of like, is it a tool? Is it a crutch? Do people use it? Like, how do you think about that? Because I know, like, dude, I love the industry right in New York, and like they have screens and they do pies on them too. So I'm always interested in your guys' take on it when people see
I'll
them,
let
how to
Anna
think
go
about
first. She's the professional.
I don't use screens. Um, I think that, in my opinion, it's a tool. I think the reason that they're out here on screens is just so that this crust doesn't get soggy before a reheat. So I don't
Yeah.
know that they're using these in the oven.
Fair, fair.
I would say by how the coloring of the screens are that they don't see the oven because
Yeah,
if you put a screen in the oven, it's going to get pretty ugly pretty quickly. But I don't mind it. The thing is with a Pizza Master oven, I don't really think you need a screen. Like
No.
the oven temperature regroups so quickly and you don't have to worry about hot spots in it just because of the quality of the oven. Sometimes you see those if the oven is temperamental in certain positions. But that looks like a really nice oven and the screens look pretty clean. So I would guess the way he's launching that, it's not
yeah,
being screened after.
Yeah, nothing yet. No notes, right? Yeah, I am sure the screens are there to cool it down so you don't get a soggy bottom and condensation. But there's no way they're cooking. If you're cooking on a screen in a Pizza Master, you are probably doing something wrong or your
Yeah.
Pizza Master is broken, right? But I
Yeah.
mean, he's clearly launching it right. He's not cooking on a screen there, especially this style.
Yeah.
So I am not anti-screen, though I don't really ever use them unless I'm doing a par bake, right? Where I want to get it out of the pan and cool it down.
Right.
So if I'm like cooking a bunch of taverns ahead of time, I'll put them on a screen just again so I can control the moisture. But it's a tool, right? I don't
Mhm.
judge anyone how they cook a good pizza. So
No, I know a lot of really great pizza makers that use screens, launch them on a screen.
yeah,
It's like,
no, no issue.
I think the other part of it is just it helps the line, the efficiency, the
Yeah.
size of the pizza. It helps training, just a lot of other things. But
oh, cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's just one of those
I
tools
love it.
people see and don't really know about. So
People
I dig
get
you guys talking through them.
antsy. That's for sure. Well, I can tell you because I think Will, you segued this one. Thank you so much. You also get points. Top 50 pizzas. This came out a couple weeks
oh
ago. We haven't
yeah,
talked about this, but top 50 top pizza put out their list of the U.S. I believe you named Lindustry, which is on the list here. I think they're on the Slice Shop, but they're down. But
Yeah,
really cool list again. I invite everyone to check it out. A lot of new faces, a lot of movement up top, which I thought
yeah.
was interesting. But also some very familiar faces hit. You got Roberts up in eighth in Chicago. And probably everyone on this list. Any
Mhm.
shocks? Anyone that you were happy to see?
I mean, this is a very prestigious list. I see Georgia up at the top. I think last year she was probably 8 or 9 and she moved up
Yeah,
into 6, which is really cool for her. Yeah, I mean, Roberts is great. They're all Joe
yeah,
Carlucci. I mean, of course he should be on this list. So yeah, Ken
yeah.
Forkish, see his face here.
I mean, just
I would love to just
legends, right?
travel and eat every single person's pizza. I wish I could like make my own top
Oh my
50. That
gosh.
would be a life goal here, but
A-
not this
and
year.
you're not wrong, right? Because I think if 100 people ranked this list, they would probably have a different order, right?
Hmm.
Certainly, but yeah, these are a lot of heavy hitters on here, which is fun. I saw Keston. I know it's one of your favorites, Will.
Hmm.
I mean, these
That's
are
our
all of our favorites.
that's our alma mater.
But you got some interesting ones here. I thought Chicago was a little underrated or underrepresented, which I thought was interesting. And some
Yeah.
ones on here, had been on here before, which I thought was interesting. But just a really cool list. I invite everyone to check it out. Also, we'll just go up to the slice list. If of course, I won't
but
have it
before you
straight.
jump to
Yeah,
it, who was
Don't know
Limelight?
four.
I didn't know Limelight in New York. Who is that? I wasn't familiar with it. Eighth there.
Hey,
don't know.
That's the one that I didn't recognize and I wasn't sure.
That is very much not in English. It's all right. We're doing. This is live podcasting, everyone. Let's see if that works. Nope. Well, I will
come back.
translate it
We'll
for
come
you.
back. We'll come back.
We'll come back to that one. But
Spicy.
All right,
slice
there's
shops.
slices.
Yep. So Linda's Tree, obviously, you got our buddy, Rob there. Mama's. I mean, just absolute powerhouses with the slice. This is actually what I meant to do. Got some Mama's Boy, which is awesome pie. I mean, just Jimmy's, right? Legend. These are all legendary, right? When you talk about slice shops, but
Can you go back
really
up?
cool.
I didn't look
Yeah.
at this list. Here's Rob. Very cool.
Yeah, very cool list. So certainly check it out. And if you got one close to you, go have a slice.
No.
See if you agree or disagree or whatever that may be. And if you're really lucky, during Pizza Expo Columbus, you might be able to meet some of these pizza makers. So just a reminder, but actually, registration is now open. Pizza Expo Columbus, hitting again here, October 11th to 12th. I'll be there. Anna, I think you were there last year. You gonna drive down this year?
I'm a maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
I'm a maybe, but that's a secret, so nobody's allowed to talk about it.
Okay. Well,
I have a John Arena Foundation event that I committed to well in advance at the beginning of the year, or at the end of last year, I guess I should say. And this expo is 3 weeks earlier than it was last year. So I'm just trying to work it out, but yeah.
Well, I'll be there. Good time. Will, you should drive up. It's only like 8 hours for you. It's no big deal.
Fair,
easy
yeah.
drive, do it twice. But really cool expo. It definitely looks like they are growing based on last year. They're going harder to the paint. They've got, I believe, more competitors per competition, which is cool. The competitions were great. So yeah, registration is open. Check it out. You might get to meet some of those award winners that we just talked about.
Was that a breadstick / garlic knot competition?
Buddy, yeah. It is.
Okay, so listen, I need your take on this because I think there's an art to garlic knots that,
my gosh,
dude, is so underappreciated when you can craft a quality knot. And I'm interested in your preference. Do you guys go for, Anna, first off, I guess, do you love garlic knots? Probably like the way Jim and I do, or are these a non-starter for you?
It's a non-starter.
No.
Here's the deal.
Why? Oh no.
Because I'm not going to load up on that prior to eating a slice of pizza. Like when I go somewhere to eat pizza, I need my mind to not have any barrier before eating the slice of pizza. So it's not something that I reach for, honestly, ever. We don't make them, so I don't have much of an opinion. But if I was eating one, you presented one to me, I'm sure it would be absolutely delicious. I just don't feel like I would be a good judge for that competition.
All right, I respect why you're maybe not into it. I get it.
I get it. Garlic knots are heavy. Garlic knots are very laborious, right? I mean, they take a long time. They are fussy, right? You got the second proof's gotta be right. You got they are inarguably one of the harder things on this list to make. I mean, truly. But I mean, come on, you gotta love a good knot. And there's a difference between good and bad. Right.
I think there's dude, I think of them almost like wings where you can kind of listen, the sauce, quote unquote, for some of the ones when you get drippy, oily garlic knots in a good way, right? That you're looking for that. It's like tossing a wing. I feel like you can get a good sauce. There's different flavors to them. How much kind of moisture do you want to them? This world is unexplored to me. There's so many variations and I love a good one. If you can find them, I'm like, oh, everything else must be good here if you are making a good garlic knot.
That's true. It's a good litmus test, right? Yeah.
I agree. It's like a bakery with a brownie. If you don't have a good brownie, close your bakery. But that's how I feel. If you're gonna go ahead and present garlic knots, it's not an afterthought. Those aren't that's just something that you are literally presenting something to the table that will be their first experience of that meal or of that entire, of them just getting to know your restaurant. So it's got to be
probably take more work than the pizza to make. And truly,
I would agree.
It does.
Yeah, they are. I'm kicking myself. I don't have knots in the book because of course I don't have garlic.
Dude, that's why this is why you have version 2 to make.
Yeah,
right? You pick up all the misses and then you roll through with the things you need, man.
Yeah, just another world tour. Well, if you're not in the not mood, probably that one, but you need your pizza. 9to5toys.com, which we all love for our pizza news. I know we do. Amazon Prime members now score large pizzas for just $5. So for Prime Day coming up, partnership with Little Caesars, which I thought was Amazon and Little Caesars together is notable, right?
Sounds
They're
perfect.
both kind of, but kind of goes perfect. So we talked about the hot and ready many times, but why this was interesting, and I brought it up. I'll go Will first, but we talk about all the pizza wars going on, right? Everyone's angling, but I feel like Little Caesars getting it with Amazon is kind of a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Like that, the big retailer,
Yes.
yeah, right?
Yeah, you just got a little bit of credibility. That's what
Yes,
that
Yeah.
just told me.
right.
Whether you bought that
Someone
credibility or how it
vouching
came
for you.
together, right? Doesn't matter.
Does Amazon own Little Caesars? Like,
They don't. Well,
I
that's the
know.
thing is they don't. But just all right, you got partnered with the big boy, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure Domino's and Papa John's will have their own thing, but that this is Amazon's premier weekend, and you got that partnership. Seems like a big deal in the pizza wars.
Think like I'm interested in how you are ordering this pie, right? And like what is the connection to my Amazon cart to my order in that going
Whoa.
forward? How can I repeat or do this again, right? Because that in itself is worth gold, I would feel like, to Little Caesars, right? In terms of if there's a way where Little Caesars in some sort of queues up again when I'm back in my cart, right? Like that's worth an intangible amount of money probably for Little Caesars, right? So like that's the part that I'm most interested in. The special's a special, whatever. Just how do I get back to this again is I think where the value is going to come from on this one. This is interesting.
That is interesting, right? And it doesn't say in
Mhm.
here there is a cap, one per day, all that. But yeah, it is interesting, right? If you're now, linking data, right, and linking customers, okay, now, right, now it's, I'm finishing my cart and say, hey, you haven't dairy yet. How about pizza for $5? Go pick it up, right? I mean, there's the power here is scary almost.
I mean, it looks like it's going to be a redeem code, right? For that perspective of maybe you get it and you have to go there. But I wonder if there's something else in the mix or works or to think about or something like that where that's going to kind of come into play. Right?
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
where I
you're
would
gonna
be
have
for
that
science, I'll
information.
have to check it out. Yeah, that's the thing. They're gonna get that from you, and they're gonna merge those accounts. And they're gonna know even more about you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's incredible.
For,
And all I think about is like how it's possible to make a pizza for $5.
I
I mean,
so
This looks like a lost lead. They're trying to
it's
sell
a
the
loss
knots. Do
leader.
they
Of
make
course
garlic
it
knots?
is.
Do they
They
make
want
garlic
somebody to
knots? So
buy
maybe
a
this might be where they're
soda.
making it up on.
But it's just still, it's incredible. Like I go to the
yeah, I
grocery
don't
store
think
and they have these little cups of ice cream or gelato. I'm not going to say a brand, and they're on sale for $1. I was like,
what
how is that even possible?
the
$1.
shipping got you there for $1, right?
Like you can buy you can feed 24 people for $24 with ice cream. Like, why would you eat that? But whatever.
Yeah, so I'm sure you did the math. There's some part of that which gonna be like maybe I shouldn't eat this every day or something, but
Yeah.
it's probably the bromate flour. That's how they get away from doing it so cheap or something. That's a callback to several episodes before.
Yeah.
All right. Last articles will handpick this one, but I love it. Theinfatuation.com. New York City's biggest jumbo slices ranked by size. The list we all needed. I didn't realize I needed until this very article.
Didn't know that either. I didn't know it either.
So I'll walk it through it, and then I'm going to kick it to you, Will. So there's a rating system, right, from 1 to 9s. And then they just go into it, right? They've got map. But look at this: length, surface area, price per square inch. This is the Lord's work here, right? When you talk about going through this list. So, Will, you went through this. You found anything just like jump out at you that you want me to highlight
This
here?
last slice, that last slice, that Pizza Barn one is just I, I, I just that's not a slice, man. Like that is just astronomically large.
I've seen that on
Well,
my
that didn't come
cafeteria
from
tray on Fridays.
That's
Which
exactly it. That
That's
didn't come
exactly,
from the
Jim. I hear
pizza.
you already. This is where I want to go with it. Like, how do you make that, right? Like, in terms of it's not a slice, right? Are you like cutting the pie into thirds? Like, are you crafting a special pizza just like in certain dimensions to create these ridiculous slices? Like, that's insane.
On a slice. That's absolutely
No,
stretch.
that's not a slice. They made that pizza into that stop sign shape, right? That
Like
pentagon.
I'm sure, like I can't even comprehend how this was made, but it's almost like they, press it out in a rectangular tray and then intentionally took a roller and
Cut
like
it.
cut it.
Yes. Yes. You can
That's what
see it,
they
right?
did.
Because look, there's no
Yeah.
the way the crust is yes,
Yep.
absolutely. That's exactly what they did.
But why would you
Is that
just give them the rest of the dough and make a rectangular pizza?
What do I do
But
with the
then
other
you're not on
parts?
the
What do I
but
do with the corners? Like, do I just discard them? Maybe that's where they make
Yeah,
the knots. Maybe that's
make
where they
God.
make the knots. That's it.
okay, now we're talking here.
They
Is more
totally
of
do.
spongy focaccia? Yeah, that's exactly what they do, right?
That's
Goodness.
amazing.
I
How
love
much
it
is
though.
this
Still
slice?
would.
Did it give prices for it?
$24. So that's
Oh,
a pizza. It's a pizza.
I,
It's big.
I guess like here's the thing. The
24
reason,
inches in length. Am
yeah,
I reading that correctly?
yes,
Go scroll back up.
It's
That's
huge.
24 inches.
it's a
Is
small
my
sheet pan.
math like not working in my brain right
That
now? That's a very large.
it's huge, right? And it's a sheet tray, right?
I
It's a
would
full
like
sheet
to
tray.
see somebody pick that up and fold it and eat it. I need a picture
Oh,
of that.
challenge accepted, honestly. Let's go to the
Yeah,
picture,
let's
see if anyone's
scroll.
got one. Nope, fortunately I don't. But like this is their thing, right? Like they are home of the super slice, right? Like this is their niche, right? Oh, I listen, I don't hate it. It
Perfect.
looks like a nice pie, right? It's a good value. You're feeding the table for it. You cut your strips, right? Just
For
like you're in Naples.
$24, you can afford to cut off the sides and make some garlic
Right.
knots with it.
Exactly. Get
So,
the
like,
nuts.
this
too.
is what I don't get about these.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to ask you guys. Like, do we think any of these slices are good in that, or is it simply a gimmick? You know what I mean? Like, am I ever seeking out the largest slice for its quality? You know what I mean? Is there like I don't think so. So like I've never understood the largest slice thing, but maybe I'm one of those weirdos that thinks about pizza differently, right? Where I'm unconcerned with the quantity and I'm more concerned with the quality.
I will
I mean, in
say that like on
college,
the new yeah.
Fair
ahead.
point.
like in
In
college,
college,
I
right?
totally had a pizzeria that doesn't exist anymore, but called Slice, and they had enormous slices, and they were like $3, and I totally went there not looking for a quality slice, although it was very good.
Hey,
Right.
listen, every pizza has its home. I get it. That makes sense for this then.
I was gonna say like on like the New Jersey boardwalk, right? They always serve the biggest slice, the floppiest, and the 20-inch, right? That's a gimmick to come in. But like maybe some of these are gimmicks. But like this is
That
a
looks
$5
delicious.
slice. Oh, it looks
Yeah.
banging.
$5 slice makes sense versus $24 slice. That just seems absurd to me. Like this
Yeah.
big slice is like, I get that, right? Maybe
Yeah.
this
I get
is the
that.
special. I need a
This is
slice for
lunch.
lunch. This is
Right.
exactly, dude. Like cool.
Yeah, that
You
looks
got
delicious.
This looks good. That looks okay. Yeah. Looks
That looks like a
I
slice
can't tell.
pizza.
Yeah,
It
that one
looks
doesn't look. What's the size on that one? That one didn't look that
14.
13
ridiculous.
inches.
So we went 14, 14 and a half, 14, right? Which makes sense because a 28-inch pizza is
Yeah.
about as big as you're going to cook in most ovens, right?
Yeah.
13. And the only way they get away with this isn't a slice. This is a pizza that they cut. But, send us all your ginormous slices. Will personally rate them, let you know what he thinks.
There's a giant slice spot down here in Charlotte. It starts with a P. I forget the name of it to be honest. And I had it before, and I thought it was fine. It's just I'm not drawn back right from that.
I'm not a big slice guy. I want a bunch of little slices. Give me a bunch of cuts off a 12-inch, and I'm gonna try.
Bring me
try
back
one of
to
each.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle slice shop, right? And then we get a couple
go.
smaller regular size slices, and we're gonna be good.
Or get 4 Anna's pies, right? Cut them into quarters, and everyone have a quarter, and that's the dream right there.
Yeah.
There's a slice shop. Anna, you're on the internet, and probably your pizzerias too. Where can people find you?
Mercurios is on Instagram at MercuriousPGH, and I am on there, Anna.Crucitt.
Will, how about you, bud?
I'm everywhere. Funny Will, funny with an I.
True, he is. I'm Jim Cook So Good, wherever you get your social media, or maybe you need a cookbook. And please follow I Need Pizza Club, YouTube, Instagram, wherever your podcasts are. Please check us out. Like, rate, and subscribe to this, as I know you already have. Until next week, friends, it's been an excellent edition of the Pizza Roundtable.
Have a good
See
night.
ya.